Good afternoon, members of the City Council. My name is Adam Winterstein, and I serve as an active firefighter here in Middletown, Pennsylvania. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about our crucial topic of fire prevention. Today, I'll be showing how we protect lives and property through these three core principles of education, enforcement, and engineering, and how fire codes and inspections are applied right here in our own community. Um, I will start off by talking about the three pillars of education, enforcement, and engineering. Fire prevention really relies on those three pillars. Education teaches the public about fire risks and how we reduce them. This includes visits to our local schools, smoke alarm campaigns, and community outreach programs. Enforcement means that we hold property owners, uh, building owners, business owners accountable for following fire codes. And engineering includes the design and construction of buildings with built-in fire safety like fire-rated walls, sprinkler systems, and safe egress routes. Together, these three pillars really form the backbone of our fire prevention efforts. Next, we're going to discuss how fire code is enforced. In our jurisdiction, the fire code is enforced through routine inspections, complaint-based visits, and plan reviews for new construction. Fire inspectors are certified professionals who ensure compliance with both the International Fire Code, or the IFC, and local amendments that reflect our specific risks. Violations can result in notices, fines, or even occupancy shutdowns for severe issues if problems are not corrected. Next, we'll discuss the application of code to new and existing occupancies. So we pretty much apply fire code in two main ways. New occupancies go through plans review process before they're even built. We look at things like fire rated materials, through their building materials, what alarm and suppression systems those buildings are planning on using, and proper exit routes. The second way is through existing occupancies. These are inspected on a scheduled basis, especially in high-risk buildings like schools, large apartment complexes, businesses storing flammable materials, anything with a high risk for fire potential or loss of life in the event of a fire. We work with owners to bring buildings up to code safely and affordably. Next, we'll discuss fire resistance testing organizations. When it does come to fire resistance of certain building materials, we really rely on standards and testing provided by organizations like the Underwriters Laboratories, or the UL, the ASTM International, and the NFPA, or National Fire Protection Association. These organizations all conduct rigorous fire tests to ensure that building materials meet national safety benchmarks. Finally, or not finally, I'm sorry. Next, we'll discuss fire rating tests. In our region, we do typically use ASTM E119 for fire resistance of walls, floors, and structural components, and NFPA 252 for fire door assemblies. These tests aim to simulate real fire conditions, and they determine how long a material can contain fire, heat, and smoke before they fail. These ratings directly impact inspection and code enforcement. For example, if a wall is required to have a 1-hour fire rating, we do check that the right tested materials were installed and maintained to uphold that 1-hour fire rating. Next, we'll discuss unsafe structures and code requirements. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, we do still encounter unsafe structures, particularly in older buildings that haven't been upgraded. Some of the common issues that we see are missing or outdated smoke alarms, blocked or insufficient exits or egresses, overloaded electrical systems, use of non-rated or combustible materials in fire-rated assemblies. These structures do increase risk, not only to the occupants, but the building, and mainly the firefighters during an emergency response who would be entering the building. Next, we'll discuss high-risk building construction. In our area, type V wood construction frames pose a great risk the greatest risk for fire spread and conflagration. These lightweight wood structures commonly used in residential neighborhoods, they do burn quickly and they collapse faster than more fire-resistant types like concrete or steel. A fire in one unit can rapidly jump to adjacent properties, especially in row homes or connected housing. Um, if fire stops or barriers are not in place, this is really an explosive and dangerous situation. Next, we'll discuss plans review and structural control. Um, all this wrapped up together. This is kind of where plans review and structural control come in as proactive tools. By reviewing building plans before construction, we ensure fire-resistant materials are used, exits are adequate, and systems like sprinklers and alarms are included. For existing unsafe structures, structural control, much like retrofitting fire doors, ceiling penetrations, or upgraded alarms, these all can really greatly reduce the risk and improve occupant safety in the event of a fire, and really even prevent the fire from occurring. So in closing, fire prevention is shared. It's a shared responsibility, and our fire code enforcement plays a major role in protecting our city, our town, our infrastructure. By investing in safe construction and regular inspections and public education, we can truly reduce the risk of tragedy and loss of life and property and keep our communities strong. Thank you again for your time and support. If you have any questions or would like a tour of our inspection process, I would be happy to provide you with more information. Stay safe.